Hey guys, it's Rachel with Pretty in Plants and I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Let me do a little adjustment. So excited to share my junky places with you in my home. All of us have places where we stuff plant things and I wanted to share that with y'all. I have stuff outside, I have stuff inside, stuffed in cabinets, and one of the places that I'm going to go ahead and skip and start with is the kitchen. So I'm starting with a kitchen cabinet. Right now it is, my vlogging camera is out of battery. But I brought everything from the kitchen cabinet here in my studio because I wanted to show y'all kind of what's underneath the kitchen cabinet. Now, there are cabinets where I have extra pots, extra macrame hangers, and kind of like, okay, time to go up a pot size, time to pot for the first time. I have a cabinet for that stuff. A lot of my leca I keep outside and I will show y'all that. I have footage for that. But underneath my kitchen sink and underneath my bathroom upstairs sink, I have 2 levels in my house. Both levels have one of these. And in this little thing is my watering can, and I will link everything down below, but this is a water storage cube and you can fold it up and store it very nicely in one of these. And then I also have my nutrients. I have one nutrient and it's, I either use Grow, which is by this company, or I use Foliage Pro, and I will put both up on the screen. But I put them in this little handy dandy bottle that is dispenses half a teaspoon at a time. If you have an extra, pump kind of bottle hanging around, get it out, put water in it, pump it once into a teaspoon or a half teaspoon and see, okay, how much is one pump? So I did that with this, and so half a pump is half a gallon. This is a gallon, so 2 pumps. Fill this with water and bam, I have my nutrient water. I have one of these on the upstairs bathroom and one of these downstairs. I also, in my handy dandy container, have chopsticks, because this little flat place right here is a great way, in case you're out, which I am right now, of plant markers. I take a little thin Sharpie and I write the date, or I'll write little information on here and stick it down in. You can use it for a stake. I also like to use them to stuff down as I'm planting a new plant. Just keep stuffing down the leca and getting that leca to settle. So I like to have a chopstick in my essentials kit. The other thing I love to have in there is a dropper, and I'm always using droppers, but the big thing I use it for is Super Thrive. If I want to make a new bottle of foliar spray, whatever, what have you, that is, so in here I have Super Thrive, I have my gallon container, I have my nutrients and a couple of sticks, and then I have an open jar under there of Epsom salt. Sometimes I just slip it into one of my foliar sprays. Sometimes I just put a few little things of Epsom salt into the place where I am propagating. So my propagation station underneath my sink, and now it looks dirty, but it's actually paint because we painted the house, is my Super Thrive bottle. I had it was official Super Thrive spray from the store 3 or 4 times ago. Now I just fill it with my own water and put a few drops of Super Thrive, 6 drops, and about a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of Epsom salt, because the roots really like that Epsom salt when they're first rooting. It helps. I'll spray the roots when I've cleaned off a plant, I'm getting it ready for leca. I will spray it with a Super Thrive and then let it dry out. The other thing that is usually under the sink, but because I'm doing some plants right now, it's not, is hydrogen peroxide from the pharmacy in a glass bottle. I have started just spraying my plants with hydrogen peroxide and allowing them to dry just to prevent root rot, to kill any fungus or any kind of spores that would have come on the roots. I just do a preventative hydrogen peroxide spray, allow it to dry, spray it with Super Thrive, allow it to dry, then I put it into dry leca. And the one thing I'm doing that's kind of new is I am actually filling the leca, filling the whole thing with water for about 3 minutes and then just letting it go out. And just to give the plant a really nice soak. And then I take all the water out and I just watch it. And then, you know, depending on how small the plant or big the plant was, if I have it outside in the heat or inside, there's a lot of factors there, like should I water it after 3 days or should I water it after 7 days? And that's a really hard advice to give, because if your root ball is really, really tiny, like I have one, it was a pretty big plant and it had not even rooted. Really, it was a cutting with a little root. I was a little disappointed. You know, you find out about a nursery when you take the dirt off. So I was a little disappointed in that nursery because they charged quite a bit for that plant and it had not even rooted. And so what I did was I went ahead and put it in my leca because I have the volcanic pumice and the roots seem to love that. Volcanic pumice has nutrients in it. So you just can do plain water. If you do something like that in pumice, you can just do plain water for a few weeks. It's going to be getting nutrients off of the pumice. And so I just did my routine. I soaked that pumice with water. I let all the water out and then I put it outside. We have 85% humidity right now and I had a shady spot where it won't get direct sun. And my fingers are crossed. I'm really hoping that plant will make it, but I am not gonna water it again for a week. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to stay strong. A lot of your plants are gonna look wilted when you first do this. Now, if there's water in the bottom after you first put in leca, it's a death sentence. I never put water in the bottom. I just water the plant, take any extra water out, and then I let it dry out and have some humidity, have some really nice light, let it be, just kind of get accustomed to the leca or the pumice on the roots. And then after about a week, I'll water it again. And a lot of times the second watering and even the third watering are just water and not very much in the bottom. Until I see the plant like really starting to push out, then I know, okay, it's pushed out some serious roots and now it's pushing out new growth. And once it pushes out new growth, a lot of times I'll leave water in the bottom and a lot of times it'll even have some nutrients in it. But I wait. I'm very careful about that at the very beginning because you can drown those roots. They're not used to living in water. Okay, so that was the kitchen. Underneath the kitchen sink, hydrogen peroxide, I have that under there too, but it wasn't. It was on top of the counter because I just transferred 6 plants today into leca. Yes, okay, so I'm gonna check my battery to my camera and we're gonna move to the laundry room where the black hole is, and I'll see you in a second. Showing y'all, this is all the stuff that's in there. This is a great big one. I'm about to do a great big pot, so I'm gonna get that out. These pots are kind of stacked on top of each other. These are little stacked. This rock wool is what I start seeds with. This is for hydroponic gardening, starting seeds. These are my fiberglass stakes. Right now they fit in here, but if I get longer than the 2 foot, it will not fit in here anymore. Up here I have another outer pot. I think this is maybe a 7-inch tall outer pot. More rock wool. Reader. This is a chain for hanging a pot up. The guy from Easy Grow Hydro, the pot place he loves to, I don't know if he still does this, but he sends you a little thing of nutrients that with this thing. This is an extra watering can. This is an extra, it's a circle 10-inch round heating pad. I like these in the winter time when I get really nice plants and I transfer them and I need warmth. This is more rock wool, an extra thing of Super Thrive, an extra light bulb, a green glow. I like this for making the plant shiny, polishing them. This is Foliage Pro, an extra thing. These are kind of like my extras of everything. Extra plant things. Then up here I have, this is a little planter. I fell in love with these little, they look like golf balls. I love these clear plastic things to go underneath. Here I have, this has some extra ones of these little things. The Easy Grow Hydro Guy, you can buy extra pieces and parts. Like, I think, yeah, that will go with that for that plant. There's an extra light bulb. So in here, I just try to stack things so that everything fits. I love this one. This is the Spinosad soap. If I ever have anything, any kind of bugs, I will spray those. And then this is kind of where I go when I need pots. So these are all macrame hangers for pots. And I think that's it. I'm going to put this in front because I'm going to need that. I'm going to do a great big plant today. So that is that cabinet. All right, so let's go upstairs. I was just going to show y'all. This is the upstairs bathroom. And this is the cabinet. But down in here, I have another little deal. So I have Super Thrive. And I have one of these. I really like to have scissors close by and the Velcro if possible. Here's another Foliage Pro. And I think my watering can is outside. But you can see that's just that little tiny thing is all I need up here. Okay, let's see what's going on outside. Okay, it was rainy, so yesterday I put some stuff out here. These are some plants. Oh, there it is. See, there's my watering can down there. And I just transferred some of these to LECA. This is the one that had no roots whatsoever. I'm just hoping for the best. I put my Thai constellation out here. It's rainy and windy, and I thought I would appreciate I just had to put it in a much bigger container. The roots, it was totally root bound after 6 weeks of a smaller container. This guy is doing pretty well. You can see it has some stress, like that probably got blown, and like it didn't snap, but it kind of bent. But look, the leaves are not, this one's a little wilty. This got a new growth. But I'm pretty happy with I mean, it's gotten 2 new leaves. And so I'm just kind of waiting on it. This is one that I'm not putting any water in the bottom yet. That's kind of a newbie out here. Okay, so this is a pretty big gardening area. Underneath here, I have a collapsible bucket. And if I need a bucket, it just kind of goes up like that. So there you have it. It's like a collapsible bucket. And then my other thing under here is my kneeling pad, which I actually use a lot. Now, another thing I love to use this to rinse out the LECA. And there is my extra LECA that's clean. And then in this one is gardening supplies, but a big one are just like little tiny things to start seeds with, if I want to start the seeds. And then this is actually, I have it on a roller. It's a great big pot, but this is actually dirty LECA. I need to wash all of that. And then I have mixed, here I have some vulcanite. So if we go over here, okay, kind of hiding back behind our house, I have a huge thing of hydrogen, and then I have this perlite that is dangerously open. And then I put this perlite in a kind of pretty bucket to kind of be able to scoop out of. And then back here, oh, see our air conditioning units? There's a little piece of concrete right here. And so I get to store 3 bags of the Mother Earth vulcanite premium pumice. Okay, let's see what's back here. Okay, back here, my son has started this little, there's a heating mat, there's some light out here, it's extremely humid, and this is where we can start seeds. He wants to grow garlic, and these are all his little seeds that he's organized. And this is a little schoolhouse. Okay, so I hope y'all have enjoyed the junk drawer tour. 2 more things that were missing from this essentials kit is my Velcro and my scissors. I like to keep scissors with my essentials. If I get a yellow leaf or like a leaf that broke off or something, I just like to have scissors on hand at all times. And then the Velcro, I covered that on the last show. If you missed that, I'll list it at the end. The Velcro is imperative for, like I just planted something that looked extremely wilted and sad. It fell during the storm and a leaf broke. It's one of my new plants. I don't want to say which one it is because it's horrific that it happened to that one. But once I Velcroed it to some stakes, I don't know if it's fake or not, but it looked better, and I'm hoping it will be okay. So hope y'all enjoyed the junk tour, plant junk tour. If you have any questions, please list them down below. Please comment if any of these tips helped you, because your comments help other people. Can't wait to see you next time. Love you. Bye-bye.